My name's Clinton. My sobriety date is March 20th, 2017, and I'm an alcoholic. I started drinking in high school. It was primarily just recreational. I didn't like the feeling of losing control. In college, it picked up a little bit, but it was typically like, I don't know, a college drinking atmosphere, Thursday, Friday, Saturday type of drinking. It was really sporadic, the relationships with my family and friends. When I was doing good, obviously the relationships were thriving. When I was doing bad, I would push them away. I didn't want to be seen, and I didn't want them to stop my binge drinking. I knew was powerless to alcohol for quite some time, but my life hadn't become unmanageable. After I had quit my job due to alcoholism, and then I couldn't find employment again, I realized I had nowhere to go other than be homeless. It became unmanageable because I quit my job of 6 years, and I wasn't able to manipulate people anymore to get the things I wanted. I had found out about Legacy through my counselor. I was down and out, and I had just been to treatment a month prior. I was going to the second hospital detox in 2 weeks, and my family had reached out to her, and she had recommended the Legacy program through Carla Vista. The furthest I'd ever been away from my family was when I went to college, about 2 hours away in a small town of 30,000. I'm from the country. The closest town to me was 400 people. So moving down to Phoenix, one of the largest cities in the country, was a little nerve-wracking, but at the same time, I knew that it would be a chance to grow because there's no comfort in growth. And so in order to be uncomfortable, I was able to grow, and that helped out. The structure at Legacy helped out quite a bit, but the greatest thing about the structure was that I realized that I wasn't in control of when we left for activities, when we left for events. I had been living on my own the past 6 years, and so it was a change of pace in order not to be able to control the vehicle and go wherever I want to go and do whatever I want to do. So that made me take a back seat for once in life and just be able to focus on myself also. I benefited from IOP and the small group sessions that we had tremendously because I was in a group just full of like-minded individuals with the same problem. We all came from different walks of life, so they were able to give me advice and help me through things where I couldn't necessarily see on my own because I was stuck in my own little world. The staff was a tremendous help. They showed me that you were able to have fun in sobriety, 1. 2, that not everyone is sober is over the age of 60, which I was accustomed to where I was from. There's not a lot of young people, it seemed like, in sobriety, nor did I search them out either. And also, they changed my perceptions and like how I looked at situations and things. And the other thing that they taught me that if it wasn't the alcohol that I was trying to escape from myself, I was trying to escape either through women or through the gym or through food. It's always something because I wasn't okay with myself. And I learned that through the staff actually at the Legacy House rather than just, at a treatment center. So that helped. Until I came down to Legacy, I had been to some meetings, but not a great number of them. After my first week in Legacy, it was probably the most amount of meetings I've ever been to in my life. I got a sponsor, I worked the steps, I got all the way to step 8, and then right before I left to go back home, my sponsor had instructed me to do the amends when I went back home to Nebraska, and I went back and visited for a week and was able to make the amends and follow through with step 9 when I was back in Nebraska. I learned some things to set in place. Right now I'm at a sober living house, and so we're able to adopt some of the things that we did at the Legacy House into our sober living house and see how they help other individuals. As far as my future goes with college, I want to go back and finish college. I had dropped out with 1 semester left just because of my alcoholism. So I have 12 hours to finish before I have an accounting degree, and I'd like to go back and finish that. I thought I had life figured out. I'd go to treatment centers and I had all the intent in the world to not get out and drink, but usually for sure within a month I was drinking again. I thought I was cured. The Legacy program helped me go through the 12 steps, go to meetings, follow through with some of the things that were instructed of me in treatment centers, but I had never followed through with them. So the Legacy House put a plan in place in order for me to go to IOP, go to meetings, get a sponsor, work the steps, be accountable to someone, something, and move past the first 60 days of sobriety, which were really tough for me.